Hi guys, how are you? It's been like 3 weeks already since the surgery. This is crazy, man. I've been wanted to upload a couple of videos before this one, but I just wanted to tell you more things. And also I have been down a little bit. I mean, this is good. I wanted to post like a down post, like I'm shit, I feel shit now. So you don't expect like this to be a walk in the park. But I don't know. I just was waiting for more changes or updates. So here we are now. It hasn't been like very painful but mentally and physically it's been harder. I told you that I was gonna start working or that I started working, but I wasn't fine. So what happened? One of the things I told you, I tried to put a fake tooth just to then show this gap on the online meetings and everything, because I'm in my job, I'm all the time speaking with Zooms and online meetings and everything. With this, so this is like bubbles, or like tiny balls that you melt in water and they become transparent in hot water, and when they go transparent you put it in your tooth and you give it a shape. I did it terribly, but it worked. I mean, I'm gonna just a second. Here we are. You don't see a fucking thing. Okay, you see a chewing gum, white chewing gum there, but I promise on camera it looks fine. So it was fine. Uh, but basically I had it too much time there because it was easier for me to speak and to show myself. I mean, to be in person, like, it's very noticeable. And now it's worse because the gap is wider and it doesn't fit. I have to make another one. But it was very stuck and it was fixed. It was comfortable even. But then, because I had it too much time and I didn't rinse my mouth for, I don't know, 5 hours, 6. My gums started to bleed afterwards. They went worse. I'm gonna show you my gap so you see how it is now. So basically, they are fine, but they started to go like darker, and I didn't like the look of it. So I got a little bit sad because I thought, okay, this is not good. I mean, my dentist told me if you put it just for a little time and you take it off and you rinse your mouth and you wash it, it's gonna be fine. But I was a little bit upset. Also, I was fucking tired. I mean, I didn't expected that. I expected, okay, I'm gonna be 2 weeks off and then I'm going to be 100%. I mean, no way. I started to drink like 4 or 5 coffees a day, like to make up for this lack of energy I had. And then suddenly one day it was like, I had like, it hurt a little bit, so I was like, okay, stop, because I mean you cannot keep with the same flow. And also when you speak, it's not comfortable with this. You start like making weird sounds, like for the S, for the the LL. So it's not easy. And also because you don't feel well, your state of mind is not as good as well. There's gonna be ups and downs and you have to give yourself some time. Another thing that helped me, as long as this gap opens, so you're gonna see how it is. Many things go on this metal thing in between. This helped me a lot until the second, third week, and I didn't start to use it. Use it back, I mean. I think it's irrigator and it helps a lot to take off all the food inside. I thought it was gonna hurt me, but no, because you put it in modes. It's soft, normal, and hard mode, and it helps a lot. You put it and you blah blah blah. Right now I'm in the 25th turn. Today I spoke to a dentist. I think I have still a little bit to go, so even though she told me that I was gonna have only 2 turns more, I think today she's gonna tell me to give a little bit more so the occlusion gets perfect. Another thing you're gonna notice with the
with the chlorhexidina.
Do you remember that I told you to use, well, all dentists tell you to use this to rinse your mouth after meals to help it heal during 8 days. But because I had a little bit of pain and bleeding on my gums, I kept using it. So one bad thing, your teeth stains, basically. I'm not that worried about that. I mean, it's not beautiful, but I know this is gonna get better and it has an easy solution. You see, they weren't like this at all. So, but anyway, this is something you have to know. Next step. So basically, the dentist will tell me probably to give more chance, I don't know. And also she's gonna give me an appointment to make the shape of the new Invisalign. So I will be there, I guess, for the next week. In 2-3 weeks, I will have my new Invisalign that will help to put the teeth together. Another thing I heard in previous videos, that the teeth actually start putting themselves on their own together, and this is true. I mean, look at this gap wasn't there, and it's because the teeth are going to the center. She told me that until the bones get solid on the new position, it's gonna be like 3-4 months. So I guess for July or August, I will be able to have the double jaw surgery. That is gonna sort out, it's gonna be like all of this ahead, and it's gonna help like the retrusion. Basically, I feel it more now because this is still a little bit it swells a little bit. Do you see? It's worse now. I have to make an effort to close my mouth because of the labial or lips incompetence, because of this retrusion that causes me sleep apnea. So this in July. I hope it's gonna be sorted with this double jaw surgery. And last but not least, I wanted to talk to you as well about another thing very quickly. I hope. It worried me a lot. It was the research and to make the decision before this. And I wanted to tell you because sometimes you get you have loads of headaches, like thinking, am I doing this because only because aesthetics? Is there a medical reason and issue there? Because also my case is not really evident. What helped me, it was like to make a huge research, to trust my intuition. The fact that we stopped with this pandemic, I think it helped me because there were things that I was noticing, like for example in this picture, I realized that okay, my smile, it doesn't have the shape, and okay, this has to sit with the shape of my face, and this is not correct. And also my former boyfriend, he told me that I snore and I made pauses when I was sleeping, and also I was tired even though I was sleeping for 8 hours. There were many things, like that you notice even on your face, even in your quality life, but you don't pay attention to them. So the pandemic gave me the time to research, because you put it all together, and then I came up with words like labial incompetence that I had, long face syndrome, sleep apnea, orthodontic surgery, and then it's like linking all the points, and then it all makes sense, and then you realize that you have a solution for it all. Then in the last term, of course, like going to the best specialist. I went to not 1 or 2, I went to 8 specialists in sleep apnea, orthodontic surgery for all of these reasons. And until I didn't have all of the proofs, I didn't went to my family to say, hey, I have this and I'm gonna solve it. Not because I didn't think that they weren't gonna support me, but this also makes yourself more assured in your decision. And lastly, I spoke to some of the patients in the clinics, and one of them, he told me, arrived to this point, there is little you can do. I mean, you've been tested for sleep apnea, you've done all the x-ray, you walked all the path, but right now the only thing that you can do to diminish or minimize the risk is to choose right. And this is what I did. I chose the one I thought I was more confident with him, and I could see many cases and before and afters. Of course, any case is different. There are many risks. I mean, this is not an easy decision, but in the end, I put it all together, and I think I made the right decision. Fingers crossed. But what I meant with this is that, of course, when there is an health issue behind, it makes even clearer to reassure yourself that this is the right thing to do. Also, don't be shy about thinking, okay, do also for aesthetic, because in the end, all of us, we think we are going to improve as well. Whatever would be like the reason you're making this, so just walk the path and have all your proofs for your tranquility and for your mental peace, and then be brave. It's gonna be fine, and I'm sure it's gonna be the best decision. I wish all the best to all of you. I hope this may help you a little bit, and we see you in the next video. Love and peace.